Why selling puts in this market is the best. Stay tuned. You really don't want to miss this one. Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be discussing Mvision, give you an update on Mvision and how that play, that setting a put on Mvision play has done since we did it last week. And we're going to give you an update on a few calls that we mentioned on Twitter, which was also selling puts on Gnog, Golden Nugget, and Clover Health. Clov, ticker symbol CLOV. And then we're going to give you an update on how we've done that and how we've done so far. Now, if you're not following us on Twitter, make sure you're following us on Twitter, because we give out plays on Twitter, we give upgrades, we give a lot of important information that could really make a big difference in terms of doing a play or buying or selling calls, whatever it is. But it can really influence your profits. You know, some of this information comes and goes pretty fast, but that information, like a upgrade or a downgrade on the stock, can be very crucial in the end result of the play. Okay, so just follow us on Twitter if you're not following us already. With that, guys, let me get into this video. I'm gonna start off by going into Mvis. Okay, remember last week we mentioned on Twitter, we said we're gonna be opening up, we're gonna be selling some puts on Mvis, and since then they've done rather well. Okay, let me just show you what we bought last week. Last week we sold Mvis puts. Okay, basically had to put a collateral. When you sell a put, you put up collateral, and you receive a credit for that collateral. Basically think about it as a rental fee. Okay, if you haven't seen our video on puts, make sure you watch that. We're gonna put it down on the link below in the description. But anyways, Mvis, we bought $12 puts, we bought $14 puts, and we bought $13 puts. Okay, and on we sold on all of them, and on all of them we're up nicely on them. Remember, on a put, when you sell a put, you want to choose a company that's been beaten up and a company that you don't mind holding their shares. Okay, you don't mind holding their shares, and I'll give you an example with this company. So let me just click on the $12 put. We said expiration date was 6/18. We did one sell. At the time when we sold this put, we did receive $173 credit right here, right on top. Okay, so in other words, think about it this way. Think about it that you sold the $12 put. You basically put up $1,200, because $12 times 100 shares is $1,200. You basically put $1,200 of your collateral, of your cash, up for collateral. Okay, market maker holds that money, in this case Robinhood, and for doing so, you receive this credit, 173. Okay, when you sell a put, usually when the price goes up on the stock, that means that the credit for the put gets smaller and smaller. Therefore, when we first sold an Mvis put, we received a credit for 173. Currently, it's at 125. You see it here. It's a market value. Since the price of Mvis has gone up higher, therefore the credit is lower. Therefore, if I wanted to close, like I'm thinking about tomorrow, Mvis keeps going up higher. Say it goes another $2, and now this credit keeps getting lower to about $50. Say, for example, tomorrow Mvis takes off, right? It gets squeezed up, goes up $2-3. Now this number here will get smaller. Now it'll only be a $50 credit, for example, right? And as this number gets smaller, that enables the person selling the put, in this case us, to make money. Okay, and this is the beautiful thing about selling puts, that when you are selling puts on a stock that's been beaten up or has gone down, not only are you covering yourself on the down end. What do I mean by down end? I mean this, my break-even price, 10.27. Okay, so say for example, let me give you an example real quick. I don't want to lose you guys, but I want you guys to pay attention. Say for example, Mvision went down more. Okay, at the time when I sold these puts, Mvis was around $12, $11. So say it went down more, say it went from 12 to 10.50. Well, guess what, guys? If by 6/18 Mvis is below $12, I get 100 shares of MVIS at this break-even price, which is a 10.27. That means by 6/18, which is June 18th, if it's under 12 bucks, I get it at this price. Now, I don't mind holding MVIS at my average 10.27 because I know people that have gotten MVIS that they're stuck holding the bag at 20 bucks, at 18 bucks, at 15 bucks. I don't mind holding it. Now, what's the benefit to selling a put? Well, guess what? If it goes up like it has been for the last couple of days, then guess what? I can close out this position, and if tomorrow it goes up a couple of dollars more, which I think it is, and I'll show you why in a second, then this 125 would only cost me about $50 to close this position. Basically, I made about $100 to $110 in a period of 2 to 3 days. To me, that's good. That's only one put. We sold 6 puts on Mvision. We probably should have sold more, but because the market is so erratic, you kind of try to disperse your funds anywhere you know the best positions, the best plays available. But this was one of them. Okay, so I want to show you why I think it's going to continue to go up, and why I think we're going to close out our position on MVIS. So currently today it closed out at about 15, somewhere around there. Okay, it closed out. So as you look at the chart, about 15, 19, 15, 15. Okay, but I want you guys to look at this. There's a gap here from about 15.30 all the way up to like about 17 bucks. RSI is pointing up. MACD just crossed here. Volume needs to pick up just a little bit more because we do have low volume. However, in the next couple of days, I think it's very possible that MVIS shoots up from here to cover this gap here, right in here. There's a nice gap, and I think it's gonna happen in the next few days. Okay, and if that happens, then I'll make sure to close out my position, because at this point I pretty much made almost 100% on this trade, and to me that was easy money. That was a couple of days of just holding and turning around, buying it back, and you're done with it. Okay, when you sell put or you sell call to close your position, it's buying back. Okay, so that was one play, MVIS. The next one that we got into, which was Golden Nugget. Same thing, same idea. Last week on Friday, we got into this play. I called it out on Twitter as well. We sold the put. Sold a couple of puts. We didn't make too much money on this play because I thought it was going to run up more. I did a short-term play for the reason being that today, Monday, was earnings. Okay, so I didn't want earnings to interfere with the end price of the stock, because as you know, a lot of stocks as of late has done great in earnings, and they've still gone down. Okay, so I didn't want that to be a factor. So in this case, I closed it out quick, made about a 3% gain on it. We sold a 12.50. What was this? We sold a 12.50 put on Gnog Golden Nugget 618. We sold it at 215 credit. Today we closed it out here. Same put. It was buyback. We bought it back, and we closed it at 162. So it was about a 3% gain on that trade. Not too bad. It was small. I'd rather take that small. And the good thing about this whole situation was that I closed my position after hours. It kind of dropped a little bit. So if it drops more, I'm willing to go back in, opening up, selling some more puts on Gnog, because I do want to acquire more stock, more of Gnog stock. Last company we're going to be covering here is Clover Health. Clover Health. We also opened up a position on Clover Health. We sold the $7.50 put, $7.50 puts. That strike price is gonna be for August 20th. Okay. We also mentioned that on Twitter. Make sure you follow us at InvestingOG on Twitter. Sold it. We're down a little bit on it because what happened was that when we sold this put, Clover was trading at about $6, I believe. So when we sold this put, Clover was closer to the $7 area, and since then it went down a little further. So therefore we're down a little bit on this play. Now there is a nice support that's coming up, and it's a 52-week low. Okay, it's at 621. Currently traded at the end of the day at about 680. So it has a huge support. That's why we sold those puts, because we're getting to a very strong support. Now, can it go down further? Yes, it can. But we think that after this whole time, these last couple of months, Clover Health has been one of the stocks that's probably been beat up the most. So we think it's a very good price. We welcome this, the 530 break, 590 break even. I'm happy in buying Clover Health at 590 if it were to be under this 750 by 820, okay? But if this stock happens to take off in the next couple of days, and next week, and the next couple of weeks, by next month, whenever the time is, and we have a short squeeze or we have something like that, then guess what, guys? This 160 credit will basically go to zero, and I'll end up paying a small fee just to close my position, and basically you make that money, okay? So this is a great way of earning money, of protecting your money, and making pretty good stable money without risking yourself out there so much, okay? With that, guys, thank you much so for watching. If you found any of this information informative, please like and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one.